being in your business and solely working as a solopreneur and trying to just generate revenue and revenue, that's great, and that takes you so far. But there's got to be a point in your career where you start focusing on, hey, I want to spend my time wisely. I think understanding your business as a whole is probably one of the single-handed most important things you can do that actually will scale your business faster than anything, because you're taking ownership of that business, getting more agents, whether it be creating processes that are going to make you do less, or hiring people that can help you like an assistant. That is really the biggest point that will change your not only career but your life, because you'll start taking ownership of your business, but you also start taking ownership of your life and not being the solopreneur of has to do everything. You start learning to delegate, and delegate is, it's one of the hardest things that I've had to learn, because I can do it myself and no one's going to do it like me. And that is really a prideful way of doing everything, and it doesn't get you anywhere. Yeah, you got it done, and you may look at it as, hey, it's not going to be done as well as I could do it. Or you can look at it as, if this person primarily focuses on this task, they will eventually know that task better than I ever could. And maybe at the beginning, if you're looking at the very beginning concept of your business and you hiring people, yes, like that is there will be a learning curve. And I think we get to the point where we have this hiring people and we expect them to be here instantly, opposed to they have so much insight, and maybe they have more insight than you do because you're on the inside and they're coming in from the outside, and they're coming in and they're saying, well, maybe we should do it this way. If you were like, no, I want my newsletter to look this way, or I want my drip campaigns to be this way, opposed to saying, hey, what do you think about these drip campaigns? What do you think about this newsletter? Does this look aesthetically pleasing? Would you open this newsletter? I think then we actually come to a point where you see your business slowly take this turn of not just revenue, but of competence within your business, because you're able to focus on the thing that is going to build your business, which is revenue. And you're able to do that at a higher level because all these other things are being done for you. And yes, at the beginning, maybe they're not going to be as good as you would see them or as done as well. I'll tell you from experience, it changes actually quickly. The quicker you let go, the quicker it changes. And I know from the moment that editing and content development and newsletters and doing the website the way that you want, and you let go of that, and then you come to business, or you come that morning and you have a surprise in your inbox of this website or web page that you were working to develop for so long, and they come up with something like, I didn't even think about that. Man, that looks great. And then you have the epiphany and the light bulb go off that I didn't have to do anything, and they took ownership of this. And so sometimes we give over direction. And so I think what I've learned is give less direction and allow them to operate freely. And if you've chosen the right person, that will shine through. They will take ownership of that, and you will take the step back of, hey, I have a partner. I have someone in this business. I have an employee. I have someone that wants to see this segment of their job grow awesome. And they also want to be appreciated. And so I think that's the biggest thing that you can do, is learn what you're good at or what your business needs the most out of you, and everything else that you like to do but doesn't generate revenue, farm it out as fast as you can. And when you can do that, you're going to see your life and your joy just like go crazy. And that's because you actually just spend time doing the things that you want to do, opposed to the things that you feel like you have to do to scale your business. And we don't have to do it all. I love that I don't have to do it all anymore. I love that I get to wake up and not have to edit videos, not do content for newsletters or blogs, or do posts when I have a closing. I love that. You're gonna find these people that when you start going down the rabbit hole, and you're gonna find people that don't work. But that is a good thing if you can have the mindset that that's a good thing, because when you diagnose why people don't work out, you start finding what makes a good employee. And to think that you're gonna knock it out of the park with the very first person that you come across is absolutely insane. And if you think that, you're gonna be in for a really hard road, and you're gonna be let down, and that first employee is gonna not do things or quit or not be exactly as they said in their interview, and you're gonna get discouraged to a point that you're not gonna wanna hire anybody else. And you have to take that and say, okay, let me diagnose this and say, why didn't this work out? What questions should I have asked? What things should I have looked for on their resume? And that could be, hey, they've had multiple jobs within this last year. What does that tell you? They're not gonna stay long. And we can look at a lot of the really great things or the personality and say, this person's great, but are they great for our company? And are they gonna do the job consistent enough to get past that curve of, hey, I need to coach them? I don't really like that. Why did you choose that? And you're gonna see corrections that you're gonna have to make. And the more corrections that you make with that employee and you allow them to own it, they're gonna wanna see it at scale. And they're gonna wanna see your business thrive. And when your business thrives, they thrive. And take care of them. I mean, I love taking care of them. When I see a good post, when I see some good videos, I love instant gratification, and I think everybody does. We love hearing how great it is at that time. So sometimes I think we wait until a quarter, and we wait to a bonus structure, that how it's set up, and we set these up to keep them very systematized, which I think is great. We want to have those structures and get those people to strive for their bonuses. And this can work with money. It can also work with just giving them affirmation, is when they do something that you look at and you're in awe of how good it is, and they actually really took it on and own that, and you see that and you go, man, that's great. If we can keep doing the same thing, if they can keep, that video is so great, that the blog post, that thing they did with the client, all this stuff that they're doing is so great. And when you see on one specific thing, it's like training anybody. If you can give them that treat right when they do it, just like if you're training an animal, that's when they know that was a good thing. If your content creator has a great video and they're editing the crap out of that, and you're like, dang, that's the best one I've seen, give them some cash, give them a bonus, sit them down and say, man, that was really great. Can we do more like that? Man, you blew me away. I'm so excited that you're on my team. And I don't think we show people enough value instantly. And we all love that instant gratification, which is why people post so much, because they have an idea and they think that people are going to get that instant gratification. And it's true, because if you've ever posted something and you got so many likes and people agreeing with you, it feels good. It's dopamine to our body. And so with your employees, it is so important that you give them the credit when credit's due right then. Don't wait to that quarter and say, hey, listen, was it really great? Give them the satisfaction and the affirmation that they need when they need it, and when they do a good thing, and they'll consistently keep doing those things, opposed to them waiting and saying, well, I know I'm gonna hit my bonus, I know this is, no, give it to them then, as soon as you can. Keep the structure, but don't be tied down to that, because what you're trying to show is the appreciation as the time comes, not just on a scheduled program where they look at that and they say, well, yeah, I'm supposed to get paid the bonus because I did this, and if I hit X amount, I do this. But what about those above and beyond situations or those things that make you say, I'm so glad I hired this person. Why wouldn't you just give them a bonus? Why wouldn't you just give them what they truly want and what truly everybody wants? And that's to know that they're appreciated at the place that they are. And there's so many people that they did a survey that even at a higher pay and not being appreciated, they would rather go to the place that they are appreciated, even if it's a little bit lower, because that is going to make a great job situation. That's going to create longevity in that employment. And it's going to make nobody likes switching people. I've had so many people and so many agents, coaches that have had to switch people that they've been working with for years and years and years. And that's a challenging situation, because that is hard to do, because you already are emotional tied, and that person almost can think what you're thinking before you even say anything. Like, you don't have to say anything. And when you can get to a point that you're slacking or you're emailing and they can get the hint through a few words and they already know what you like, that takes trust, that takes building, that takes effort, that you are molding this relationship. And when you hire somebody, you think that like, this is gonna work. Whether it's a cold caller, whether it's a content creator, whether it's an editor, whether it's just an assistant, it takes time for them to understand you. And I think that we have to be better agents. We have to be better entrepreneurs. We have to be better CEOs to the people that work underneath us. And if we're not, we're gonna see our growth suffer, because we are not going to consistently grow, because we're gonna be changing so much. And so I think the one thing, if you don't have an assistant, you are the assistant. And so if you keep running through assistants, you might want to ask yourself, why do I keep doing this? Or if you have had an assistant and it didn't work out and you stopped, why did I stop? Did I really diagnose the problem? And take some ownership that maybe the problem is you. And the problem is that you'll start saying hey, this never works out. It always is this way. No, it's not. It is a growth in your business that will take time, and you will have to water it, and you will have to turn the soil every once in a while, and you're going to have to figure out, and that's uncomfortable. But also, having a business that is not growing is super uncomfortable, and you're going to have those moments where you are not going to be able to sit at the beach with your family or go on these trips without picking up your phone. And I think we're going to get to a point in real estate where agents are going to have to be more business owners, because it is the best business that you can get in. And also for your customers, they deserve that also, because you're going to have these run-of-the-mills, I just got my license, people coming in, and they're not going to know what to do, and they're not best serving their clients. There's no way that they are. So you having the experience of being a business owner and knowing how this operates and knowing how to treat people, how to treat other agents, how to treat your employees and treat your customers, this is what's going to keep agency alive. Not NAR, not all these things. It's going to be us. It's going to be the business owners that step up and say, listen, I am not just a real estate agent, I'm a business owner. We are not just agents, we are business owners. And the sooner that you can start saying, what is my business? And how do I operate? And who do I need to leverage the inaccuracies or inadequacies that I have in myself to scale this thing up, to help more people, to generate more revenue, to help myself, to help my family, to create a legacy? Who do I need?